Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to do our second project from Papercraft Society box 62 and we're going to get the lunacy over with before we even start. So what I've done in the box, now if you haven't got this box you can use whatever you've got in your stash as you can with any of my tutorials. So what I've done, in the die set you had a circle in the middle and it had snowflakes in the corners, but it was a continuous, so it was square on the outside and a circle in the middle. But what I've done, I've cut it up. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but there again, I am crazy, so that doesn't make any difference. I've cut it so that it is in corners, so you can either put these together. So I'll just quickly show you what I mean by that. I'll just grab them off. So you can still put them together and make your circle, or you can do what we're going to do and put them in the corners and have a gap in the middle, and you'll see how that works out as we're going along. And today I focus mainly on the dies and a couple of the papers and just one of the sentiment stamps. So we're going big today, guys. We're making an A5 card. So the easiest way of making an A5 card is take a piece of A4 card, fold the thing in half and give it a burnish down the side. Done. Couldn't be simpler. No measuring, no cutting, no scoring. Of course you can score it if you want to, but I didn't. So we're going to put the corners, I've cut the corners as they are now from the beautiful rose gold mirror card. So I'm going to use my red runner tape. I know I could use glue, but because these have got gaps I'm going to make an awful mess if I use glue. So this is what the corners look like once you cut them out. So I'm just going to put some tape to cover that area of the corner, but this tape will dry once it's set, so I'm not too bothered about it sticking. So, and if you're worried about it sticking where it shouldn't, you can always run, once you've finished, you can always run some talcum powder over it to take the stickiness off. So, and I want that right in the corner. So that will stick really nicely. All this will dry eventually. So we're going to do that first. We're going to stick the corners in first. So that's one of the others that I've cut. I've cut 4 corners. And we're going to put these on together. We're going to build them up like this, one corner at a time, so that you can see how it all works once it's together. So we've got that bit there. We've got an arch at the bottom. And now we're going to do exactly the same at the top. So with the other 2 corners, because obviously when you cut a circle into 4 quarters, you have 4 pieces. Complicated, isn't it? Oops, there goes the other one. So this time I'm just going to put that there and stick it down like that. So we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to run a piece of tape there and a piece of tape there. You can use any adhesive that you find easiest to use or you're most comfortable using, but I do like my runner tape, as anyone who watches this channel regularly will know by now. So there we go, there is our arch. So if we kept this intact we wouldn't have been able to do it like that, but I wanted that gap in the middle, so that's why I cut mine. And then you can use this for corners. You could even cut the die down even further if you wanted to make smaller corners, but we're not going to get into that today. So the good thing about dies is once you've got them, you can do what you like with them. Now, within reason. So what we're going to do next, I'm going to show you what I've done with the winter. I've used winter wishes, and again, I've done a bit of stamp surgery, and I've cut it so that I can have 2 separate pieces so that I can put them where I want them. And I've got some foam pads on the back, and because I've just cut my nails, it's difficult to get the backing tape off, and I should have taken it off before we started the video, but never mind. So we're going to put that bit on first, and then I'm going to show you what I've done with a couple of the other dies. So I want that wishes right down, not quite touching, but almost touching. So we're going to put that there, and I've got a couple of foam pads on the winter section. Again, I've used some of the plain coloured cardstock to stamp this onto. And if you do it like this and cut the stamp into 2 different words, then you can arrange them exactly how you want them. So I'm going to do that there. There's a reason why I've done that, because I'm going to use, I'll show you what I've used to do this next part. If I can get it out without everything falling down, that is. Let me just grab the dies. So here we go. Right, let's just pop that to one side for a moment. Oh, put that up there. So I have used, for the next part, I focus mainly on this beautiful little set of nesting dies, nesting flower dies, and the snowflake dies. And I'm going to make, we'll assemble it together, and I'm going to make what I'm going to call a winter flower or a winter rose. It doesn't look much like a rose, but it will look like a flower. So I'm just going to pop that back up there. And I've already taken the two largest snowflake parts, and I've cut them and offset them and stuck them in the middle like that. Now I'm going to take the largest of the flower dies. I've used two alternate colours, again from the cardstock, and all I'm going to do, that one is going to go on there. So actually, do you know what? I'm going to put the tape or the adhesive on there. And we're going to try and arrange it so that these domes stick out between the spikes of the icicles or the snowflakes. So that will stick like that. Just make sure it doesn't stick to your base. That's good. So now we're going to take the largest snowflake again, and we're going to put it on there. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of adhesive in the middle. Again, we're going to offset it. Then I'm going to bring in the next flower down. Again, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, and again we're going to offset it, so you've got a dome between the icicles or the snowflake parts. So we're gradually building this up. So I've just got a few more bits to put on. We'll just quickly pop this on together. Try and offset it again like that, so that you've got your icicle bits or your snowflake bits between the domes. So we've just got a couple more bits to put on. So this is how I build up my winter flower. Again, we're going to offset the icicles or the snowflake parts. And one more piece, I've just cut the smallest, if I can pick it up, I've just cut the smallest die from the flower, the nesting flower dies. And we're going to pop that in the middle like that. And we have our winter flower. Isn't that very simple, but I hope you'll agree, very pretty. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our card back in like that. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to put it on yet. I was going to use a foam pad to put it on, but I've lost my foam pads. They're about somewhere. I'll tell you what we'll do. Never mind. We'll use a bit of this. I was going to use a foam pad. It's probably under all that lot somewhere. So let's just, actually it might be easier to put a bit of adhesive in the middle like that. And we're going to just stick that in the middle like that. So that sits really prettily. And I've just used 3 more elements. I've used 3 of the little butterflies, which are just there. And I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one just in the centre, or near the centre of that arch. And I'm going to put one there. So we'll just stick that on there. You can use glue if you wish, but I just find tape cleaner, especially for videoing. So there you go, guys. There is our winter flower greeting card, Winter Wishes. So you could give this to someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, because not everybody does. So if you want to give somebody a card who doesn't celebrate Christmas, but you still want to send them a card or give them a card, Winter Wishes is the perfect compromise. So there you go, guys. There is our, well, this is an A5 card, but you don't have to make an A5 card. You can make it any size you like. And of course, you can keep your die intact. You don't have to cut it in half, or you don't have to cut it up. Now, I use wire cutters to cut my die, and I found that quite satisfactory if you were thinking of being as crazy as I am, but not everybody is, which is probably a blessing. So, and I've just seen where I've put my foam pads. They're on the table, just off camera. So there we go, guys. there is our winter wishes greeting card, and we made it from Papercraft Society box 62, which has been designed by Cards by Chloe, and it looks great. I think it looks great. I think we've done a good job there. So there we go, guys. There is our card from this gorgeous box, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can join me for my third project. I think we're going to do 5 projects altogether, so I will be doing my third project. This is just off the top of my head. I haven't thought of what the next project's going to be, although I've got an idea. So we'll probably have 5 projects. So project number 3, I hope, will be up in a couple of days. So I haven't recorded it yet. I know what it's going to be, but I haven't recorded it yet. So there we go. There is our winter flower, or winter wishes. Let's call it a winter wishes card. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for subscribing, those of you that have. If you're watching this channel for the first time and you're not yet a subscriber, I'd love it if you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell. It doesn't cost anything, it's totally free to subscribe. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. Add any comments you'd like to, share the video with anyone you think might like it. And as I say, you don't have to be a member of Papercraft Society to make this style of card. You can use it with whatever you've got in your stash. So there you go. That's it for today. I'll be back shortly with project number 3. So have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Do take care, everybody. Have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.